I was sent a video of a sister and she was asking me to address the issue of Africans versus African Americans. And I want to read to you what she sent to me before I played this actual video. Now, she says, my parents are from Somalia. I was born and raised in America. I'm a nursing assistant and I work home care for 2 sisters. I have an issue with my client's husband. They are African American. I have no problem with his wife and sister, but I noticed that he says racist comments sometimes toward Mexicans. Today, we ended up arguing because he told me there was a small packet in the bathroom floor, and even after I clean it, it's still there, meaning I'm not cleaning very well. First of all, I don't work for him, so he has no right to tell me what to do. Secondly, my job requires light housekeeping, but after all the argument, he kicked me out. I was standing in the doorway, and he said, didn't I tell you to leave? Don't you people understand, meaning Somali people? I told him I'm an American and I speak perfect English and that I don't know why he would ask that. He said, I don't care about you people. And she gonna post a video and we'll play that here in a minute. But she also continues to say, sorry for the long pause, but please address this topic, how black people are racist toward Africans. I remember being in school and my black classmates would call us African booty scratchers. If you're viewing this publicly, it would be blurred, but let's go ahead on and roll the clip.
Hello Phil, my name is Zainab. I've been following your YouTube channel for a while now and it has really changed my life. I really appreciate it. It makes me more aware of my surroundings and who I'm around. So thank you for the content you put up. I just want you to bring up a topic that's happening. I know I'm not the only one who experiences this, but black people who are racist towards Africans. And, you know, if you really think about it, it's kind of stupid because black people came from Africa once upon a time ago. This all came up today for me when I was with my clients.
Sister Yaya, now let me explain some things to you about the Africans versus African Americans. You mentioned that he was racist toward African people. We have to learn to use certain terminology because in this country, we're using the word racist a little too much and don't really apply that in the right meaning. An African-American person can't be racist toward an African, but they're not saying they're superior due to the color of their skin because we all have the same color. We all have melanin. We all black, right? So it's not that. But what we do have is a cultural difference. We also have people that may come from African nations and don't really know the history of African Americans here. I'm not saying you can't learn it, but some people just don't know that when they come here. So you have a big culture difference that we have. And some people that come from African countries have came here and looked down upon us. And they'll say that, well, we come here with nothing. And yet we get businesses, we get jobs, we get Ivy League degrees, we get all this stuff. And you've been here for years upon years and you don't do nothing but get on welfare and be on food stamps. And when you come with that attitude, not to say you, but I'm just explaining to you what the problem is. When you come here with that attitude, you are extremely disrespectful because, number one, if it wouldn't have been for the brothers and sisters that literally fought and died, literally, for every right that we have, you wouldn't have the ability to come here. They must understand that. And when you came here after the work was done, after the fighting was done. That's when you came here. The thing is, when it came to us as African-American people, black people, we talking about after slavery. We built with our own hands 60 black towns with no assistance from Caucasians. And every last one of those towns, white supremacist terrorists went and destroyed and burned down our stuff or ran us out of our areas every time because we couldn't own guns. They had all the guns. So what do you think would happen when you have a mob of them show up with guns just shooting up the place? You want to save your life. That's kind of a normal thing. And this country won't talk about these things that happen to us. They won't. They won't talk about Black Wall Street. That's one of the big ones that we talk about. They built all that stuff over there for themselves. Airports, jewelry stores, doctor's office, lawyer's office. If something happened to somebody's house, it burned down, the whole community come out and rebuild it back up. Everybody watch everybody's kids. Everything was fine over there. So they came over there and destroyed it. That's what happened. And when we had inventions that we created, these people created the patent office. And they would not allow us to patent our stuff. But the only thing we could do is sell our stuff to the Caucasian people, and then they can patent it. And if they didn't do that, they stole our ideas. They stole our inventions. They've done a lot of medical experiments to us. You can read a book called Medical Apartheid, and you can read the horror of what they've done to us there. They've done things like the Tuskegee experiment, injecting black people with syphilis just to see what happened to them. We can go on and on and on. What has happened to us in this nation on top of the Ku Klux Klan, police that's part of the Ku Klux Klan that we're still dealing with today. You see the Black Lives Matter movement came up out of that. You're seeing after the Civil Rights movement, the calculated step to break up the black family, because when the black family's together, it's nothing that we can't do. That's why they came in with their welfare and said that a man couldn't be in the home. And, you know, the thing is, with a lot of black males, unemployment is high because, let's call it what it is, we are their direct competition. They fear that. You give us a little bit, we'll make much out of it. So it's a lot of things that you don't understand that happens between African Americans here and then Africans that come over here. And I think if the education would come to the African people that don't know, then they will start to understand. Because I spoke to a Ugandan sister the other day, and she told me that when she first got here, she felt sad because of the divide and how they looked at her with suspicion. But once she said she studied everything about why we're that way over here, then she said she got it. She understood it. So that's really where it's at. I saw your hijab, and that could be a difference as well, because a lot of black people here are Christians. Some are Nation of Islam, some may be Sunni Islam, but we have a difference between the Africans version of Islam versus, let's say, the Christianity or the Nation of Islam that we have here. So you're dealing with, like I said, a lot of cultural differences, but the divide just comes from not being educated on the culture here and thinking that you can be on the same level as us. And we don't mean by the same level as us as in you can't aspire to anything, but what I'm saying, the same level as in the struggle that we have endured. And you have to understand, a lot of the things that happened to us, we were conditioned, because right now we have about 80% of our population that's in America, we talking about in the black community, that are so conditioned that they don't get it, they don't want to get it, and it takes a hard thing to break that conditioning out of their minds. So that's the things that we are dealing with here in America. But it's not a strike against Somali people or any African people. Me, I want to join with all my brothers and sisters all over the African diaspora. We are one in spirit worldwide. That's why when something happened to a brother in California or to a sister in New York, or even to someone in Somalia, we can feel the pain because we are connected spiritually. And I don't know about other communities, but I know we are connected spiritually. And that connection is something that we need to hold dear and never lose that at all. So we should not let cultural differences divide us. We should come together, talk to each other, educate each other, because there's some things that they do in African culture we need here. And there's some things that we do here that you guys can take advantage of as well. So we don't need to divide on culture, religion. We just need to come together and help each other out in unity, because if we can become unified worldwide, it's nothing nobody can stop us from doing. That's what I promote. That's what I want to see. That's what I love to see, is unity between us here in America and all our African people, whether they're in the UK, some from France, you have some all in African nations, wherever you at all over the world. I want to promote unity between all of us worldwide. That's why I want my platform to be the place where people from all over the world who's in the African diaspora can come, talk with us, and share with us and connect with the audience. That's something I just really believe in. But Sister Yaya, I hope I answered your questions. I wanted to make sure to explain it to you best way I can. And like I said, it has nothing to do, with you personally. It's just some things that we haven't really spoke about that divide. And it's time to have that conversation and get this stuff out in the forefront so we can unify, because people take advantage of our disunity every day. They do. They make a lot of money off of it. They steal our talents. They steal our gifts. But what if we ever become unified worldwide? It's nothing they could be able to steal anymore, and it's nothing we won't be able to do. So everyone that's listening, you let me know what you think about the divide between Africans and African Americans, because this is something that we need to get rid of. We're all black people. No one looks at each other different. Trust me, they don't. We all the same in most of their eyes to have ill will toward us. Now, if you haven't checked out our Teespring store, check it out. Support the show by purchasing merchandise. Also, join us on Patreon for a minimum of $2 a month or $5 a month. Each tier has its own special rewards. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.